Thursdays. So yay, I guess. Sorry for the complete lack of content, but I've been working nights for the last I don't know what day it is, but it's been a while. So, but I've got this big giant package that came in today from those guys. So let's see what those guys gave us. But first, I want to cover one thing I got from the store today, and with any remaining time, because I do have to work tonight, I'm going to try to cover some of the stuff I got at Indiana Comic-Con. But like I said, I only got so much time. But first, I want to get into the chat. Got to type to this guy first. What is going on, Jason? Jason Smith. He says, why you make 4 reminders? L, laugh loud, I guess, instead of laugh out loud. So I have no idea how to use StreamYards, I'll be honest. This is my first time I've ever used StreamYards. I didn't know I had to go to StreamYards instead of the YouTube. So sorry for the confusion, Jason. He was first. I think I saw Fish Tropic in that other stream chat as well. So thanks to my first subscriber, Fish Tropic. Even though you don't see him in this chat, I had 2 chats going for like 5 minutes. So thank you guys for the turnout. We also have Chris Barrett. He's always in every single Comic Core anything. So I always like seeing Chris Barrett in my chat over here on my channel as well. And we got Stay Puft 1983, one of the best Instagrammers around and one of the best YouTube commenters around now. Stay Puft 1983. And we also got Rayman the Silencer Man joining us. He's giving that thumbs up. So nice seeing Ray in the chat tonight. And Dre Boogie, what's going on, man? He says, hey, everybody. Real quick, I want to cover my pickup today because it is an important book for my collection. So my store, my local shop, was having a nice sale for Labor Day. It was basically 30% off vintage books for Monday and Tuesday just to get people in his shop on a holiday, even though no one really even knew he was open yesterday. But I keep track of his Instagram, and there was one book that popped up on his Instagram I didn't think he was going to have. But he also does this thing on Instagram where he basically has a guess the book type game where he shows like a pixelated image or a super zoomed up image. And if you know the book and you answer it correctly, then he's going to give you a $10 discount. So I picked up this book. We'll just say screw it, show it. So I got Saga #1 finally in the collection. So you're probably like, how did you get Saga #1 and how did you get it so cheap? Because I only get my books as cheap as possible. So before I reveal the price, there is the world's smallest coffee stain right there on the neck of the character. Luckily, she has that mocha-colored skin. And I think the coffee stain only protrudes through the cover onto the first page. So don't think it can be cleaned or pressed or anything like that. Hey, this is a very important book for me. I love me some Brian K. Vaughan, as you guys know, if you keep track of my channel. And basically, I got this book. It was priced at $35 on his wall. So $35 for Saga #1. I will pay that all day. However, I did not even pay that. So he had a 30% off sale. I guessed what this book was on his Instagram, so I got a $10 off voucher. So this book rang up for the wonderful price of $17.50. So I got Saga #1 for $17.50. So coffee stain or not, I don't care. I was extremely happy to get this book. So yay. I also bought, while I was in there, things were on sale. So I bought a couple things, and I had 1/4 in the meter, so I had to be in and out real quick. I just went and bought this book for $10 as well. I don't know how much it's worth, but I really wanted it for a while since it's a Brian Boland cover, and I've been collecting those too. And you got that nice, like, late 90s, early 2000s gold on there, and the crazy-looking Joker cat. So got Legends Dark Knight #50. Extremely happy with that. He had this book for $1, so I paid 70 cents for it. I got another copy of the Test Tube Baby X23 book for 70 cents. So figured why not go ahead and grab one of those. And my last pickup for my local shop for the day was an Uncanny X-Force bundle. So this comes with Uncanny X-Force issue 1 through 4. It was $5, so I got it for $3.50 for the bundle, so less than $1 a piece. But I've just never seen that second printing cover before. So I thought it was a really cool second printing, so I went ahead and picked that up because I was so excited about getting Saga #1. I just picked up a few more things. And by the way, the coffee stain was not from this cup of coffee. So before you insinuate that. All right, so before we get into those guys and this box, let's get into the chat because we had several people joining us here. We got Spidey Fan in the chat. What is going on, man? He says, finally see what has returned to YouTube. Where have you been? Work kicking you in the butt. That is absolutely 100% true, Spidey. Man, I worked 26 hours in the last 2 days, all overnight. So basically, I've been working days because I haven't even seen night because I've been at work. So I've literally been at work almost every single day, minus Friday night and Saturday night for the last, I think, 5 weeks straight now. And I got next week still to go too. So unfortunately, on this channel, you won't see too much from me. Hopefully, at the end of September and mostly in October, I'll be producing a lot more edited content again. I still need to do my the rest of my signature series. I still got 2 or 3 more videos to go on that. I want to do a couple book reviews. I'm probably have to reread the books at this point because it's been so long. And I'd like to keep this going once a month, even though I missed that last week. So hopefully once my big work project is over with, I can come back to this channel. But until then, I'll be on the Comic Core most Friday nights on the A show. They want to call off the rails, but I call it the A show. It's the flagship. You never know what's going to happen on the Comic Core. 10 p.m. Eastern every Friday night. And then we're actually having an auction this Saturday at 9 p.m. So hashtag plug. I got a bunch of signed comics for 10 cents a piece at Half Price Books. So odds are if you buy something for me on that auction this Saturday at 9 p.m., you're probably going to get a free signed book thrown into your order. So there you go. There's the plug for that. We'll do one more before we go to the end. Let's see who else we got in the chat because I went way off skew there. We still have Chris Barrett, Jason Smith. Luckily, my package did not ship media mail. Thank you for that, Jason. We got Thomas Wayne in the chat. He knows I love me some Green Lantern. I should have wore the Green Lantern shirt just for Thomas Wayne. I think I will next time. Spidey Fan, I know he loves him some Jim Lee. I think we got people asking about the Vision series from Tom King. That is definitely one series on my read list now. I was actually thinking about starting a show on the Comic Core. I haven't ran it by anybody yet, so this is an exclusive for you guys if it sounds interesting to you. I'm thinking about starting a show, something about like hashtag digital, and the topic of the show is maybe once a month I pick a storyline from either the DC Universe or Marvel Unlimited, and I just review that with some people maybe. So it'd be like either like a 5-issue trade or a 12-issue hardcover. So one of the things I would like to put on that list to read is Vision by Tom King. So let me know what you guys think about that. But anyway, like I said, I've only got a little bit of time before I got to start getting ready for work. So I got a giant Those Guys package. Was not expecting a package in the mail this morning when I heard the doorbell ring and it woke me up. So usually these guys work in anonymity. So I will not show or tell their identities. I pretty much know who most of them are, I believe. But like I said, they work in anonymity. I think they got some guy named Gary over there. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of them. But nonetheless, the front of it just said, the note. Your only option is to read the note live. So we're live. This is the main reason I decided I had to go live today. So we got a note here. So let's give this a read. It says, congratulations. You've been nominated to receive the newsstand absent buckshot box. So you can tell those guys apparently know who I am. Included is a special separately packaged less than grand prize item. So for no other reason than your uncanny ability to waste hard-earned money on oversized collectible wrestling panties. So, yes, those guys, they apparently keep track of me. They're 2 for 2 so far, newsstand and wrestling. So there you go. Unfortunately for you, were able to obtain your address as complete strangers from what we can only assume to be an anonymous, disgruntled ex-girlfriend. Seeing how none of us can be bothered to actually watch any of your YouTube videos, luckily I don't produce that many, we really have absolutely no idea what you collect, and therefore hope that this completely random customized box will bring you something somewhat similar to underwhelming joy. So I've seen a couple of these buckshot boxes unboxed on other people's channels, and I have to say, I have no idea what to expect in this box. I don't want to raise it up and show too much, but it does have a little Hellboy sticker. So there's that. But all right, without further ado, I took out some of the packaging so you guys wouldn't have to sit through that. Let's see. What in the world is in the buckshot box sent to something about non-newsstand wrestling panties buying and that stuff? So the first thing that comes out on top is we have some pops. And I believe the pops are the dudes from the Saturday Night Live. I can't remember what that movie is called, but see. Oh, here we go. We do have the package. So the Butabi brothers from Saturday Night Live, they did a What Is Love thing. So I'm not going to disgrace the skit by trying to sing that song for you. You can look it up, but nonetheless, they were nice enough to conveniently send the pop package. So nice laugh from that one. So don't own too many pops, but glad to add these to the collection because they're absolutely hilarious. So we'll have to hide those in the background of my little scene back here, like all kinds of randomness. So that'll be fun. See what else we got here. Got some sort of Aquaman mystery mini. So I guess we could see what the mystery mini is. And then we'll use that to hide in the background as well. So let's see what mystery lies within here. I still haven't finished this Aquaman movie, by the way. I think I've tried a couple times trying to stay up on nights, and I fell asleep during the one time. So let's see what this holds right here. And, oh, that's probably the nicest one. We got a nice black manta, so that's pretty sweet. So definitely we'll put that somewhere back here. So cool. He fits right there. All right. So there's Black Manta. Let's see what else we got here. And we got Crimes of Grindelwald. I believe this is a Fantastic Beast Harry Potter property. I'll be honest, I have a confession to make. I don't know why, but I've never sat through or watched one Harry Potter anything. So I have no idea what these Harry Potter things are. And I'm also apologize for the cringeworthiness of me opening like collectible action figure things. So I know not everyone opens their stuff. But, you know, when you're talking those guys, I want to make sure that everything's shown off. So I got a black duck with a gem. So it kind of looks like Big Bird's little absentee kid, I guess. So there you go. I'll go next to Black Manta. They look like they'd be a good pair up there. So there we go. And other than that, we've got, it says the Carson Special. So I think this is one we probably need to save for last. I have, like I said, zero clues what to expect there. I have no idea what that is. A background of some sorts. Maybe it was the background for, oh, okay, I think I got it. I think these dudes had a dancing background. So there you go. Cool. All right. We also have, oh my goodness. I think this might be the last, well, I say last thing in the box, but it's probably like the first big thing. There is a giant brick of comics. So finally got the comics out. So I apologize. Like I said, I tried not to peek inside the package. So we now have to open this package live on the air. And I know this guy, he has immaculate, awesome packing ability. So we got to open this thing kind of like a surgeon here. So if you guys would like to be patient with me while I don't cut through a bunch of comic books. Here we go. Sorry about that with headphones. So I guess while I'm trying to open this, we'll say hi to a few people in the chat. We still got Of course, Chris Barrett's still in the chat. Tom Swain's still in the chat. Love those guys. We got Gorilla Grotto 5. He's in the chat. What is going on, man? Chris Barrett says he's not a big Harry Potter fan either. Too nerdy for him. Too nerdy for Chris Barrett, says, when he's talking about that Harry Potter. Like I said, I know old Thanatos Comics. He loves him some Harry Potter. I think his spec book on his channel at one point was Harry Potter, the first printing, which I thought that was a respectable spec. I mean, he says that's basically our Amazing Fantasy 15 of this generation. So not wrong, probably. Not wrong. All right, we're making a dent here. Like I said, I know this person, they save on bags and boards and shipping, so I'm trying not to cut directly through the comic. So luckily I got a lot of those Bueller Max Pros still, so we'll get these bad boys back and board when I'm not at work at some point. All right, almost through the first layer here. All right, so there's that. So now we got to cut through this. Oh, my God. Oh, what are we going to see in this brick? Oh, man. Can't wait to see what is in here. All right, so I think I found an access point here. I feel like it's Christmas. But what kind of Christmas is it going to be? Like I said, you never know when you're talking to those guys. And we got Who Dat Comics and Movies in the chat, man. What is going on, Who Dat? I know he was looking forward to those guys unboxing himself. And, hey, speak his name and he shall appear. We got Comics with Bueller in the chat. What is going on, man? I was just talking about those Max lights. So, all right, I think I got enough access here. I can start showing a few books. So we'll move my Saga receipt for $17.50 for Saga #1. That was fun. All right, so the first book is a home run right off the hit. Green Lantern #1. You guys know me. I know Thomas Wayne's still in that chat. We love us some Green Lanterns. So first Grant Morrison run Green Lantern. Doesn't hurt to have another copy of that in the collection. We got Gwenpool Strikes Back, #1. So looks like a nice Terry Dotson cover on that one. Let's see what else we got. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, #9. One of the thousands of non-Amazing Spider-Man titles I have not read. Cool Andrew Robinson cover on that one. You have to stack these really nice because there's going to be a lot of them. Oh, this is awesome. We got Uncanny X-Men #10. I think this is right around where I fell off of the run, and I heard it got a little bit better. So I've actually kind of been wanting to read this one. So I'll actually be putting that on my read pile over, we'll just say here. So that's cool. Punisher Kill Crew #1 by Jerry Duggan. So that sounds pretty cool. I like to be some Jerry Duggan. So don't read too much Punisher, but I do like the writer. So read pile. Age of Conan Valeria. So I have no idea what this book is. I'm not a Conan guy, but hopefully it has something to do with, maybe a Valeria from Fantastic Four, but I seriously doubt that. So let's see what else we got. Oh, we got some Doom Patrol #1 from the Young Animal line. I think actually this is a second copy of that for me. This one feels a little bit different. It's like a peel slowly and see. I know there's probably like just in case there's like a splash page, watch it out there. I will not peel that back. I know he's already offended I'm not wearing the gloves while handling these books, so I will not do that. We have Suicide Squad #6. It's cool Jim Lee art in this bad boy. I know that. Well, that's pretty awesome. We got Lazarus #12. Really good series if you guys hadn't checked it out. Greg Rucka, Michael Lark. So you get some great art. Really good covers on that as well. The Life After #3. Cool Nick Pitar art on that one. Looks like it's from Joshua Hell Fielkoff. Seeing him at a lot of cons. See what we got next. Oh, we got, hey, when you're in danger, you better call the Phantom Stranger. So Phantom Stranger #10 as well. It's Phantom Stranger 14, so I know the great legend loves him some Phantom Stranger, as do I. Casanova, looks like 2. So that's cool. Matt Fraction. Haven't read this series, so I'll probably have to flip through that. Copperhead #2. We got Archer and Armstrong number 2. So a lot of number 2s from those guys. There you go. Make of that what you will. Shutter. Looks like issue 8. So another series I have not read. We've got The Field issue 2. Manhunter number 33. Manhunter number 32. Oh, we got some more Green Lantern here. So Green Lantern number 25. This is from the Robert Venditti run, which I have not read the Venditti stuff, so might have to put that in the read pile at some point. Here's the first issue of his run, issue number 21. That issue I believe I do have somewhere. We got Shutter number 8. So we've got an Aftershock comic here. Replica number 1. I might put this on the read piles from Paul Jenkins, who I've not read his stuff for a minute. So put that on the read pile. We got Cluster number 4 from Ed Brisson. Got They're Not Like Us number 3. Oh, looks like we got some Jordy Blair colors on there at least. That's probably a nice looking book. Let's see. Before we keep continuing, I want to get back into that chat just to see who else we got coming in here. Oh, I can't wait to hang out with this guy at Baltimore. We got Bear Island Comics. What is going on, man? I like seeing Bear Island in the chat. And we got GPAP, Gene Pauley's Peter. I'm guessing he probably knows who a few of those guys are. And Jason Smith, the Mr. Mailman himself, was asking, why aren't these bagged and boarded? They could get damaged in the mail. Yeah, I think it's just to save on shipping costs. So there you go, Jason. All right, back to a couple books here. We got Green Lantern 33. Let's see what else. We got 34 Green Lantern. So definitely big thanks for the Green Lanterns. We got Lantern City, issue number 1. Not a green one on there. We got Cluster number 1. So good. Hey, I have Cluster 1 and 2 now. Hellbreak number 1. It's a Colin Bunn written series there. So put that on the old read pile. We got Insufferable number 1 from Mark Waid. Read pile. Putting a dent in this brick here. The Life After number 1. So at least we have 1 and 2 on that series. We got Trees issue 2, which I think I actually got Trees issue 1 somewhere in case it doesn't turn up in this brick. And hey, look at that. The next book, Trees number 1. So awesome. Oh, this is cool. I'm definitely going to put this in the read pile. We got Incognito number 1, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. So that's awesome. I like me some Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. We got Wraithborn. Oh, cool. Joe Benitez did the art, so I'm sure that's a cool looking book. Got Black Road number 5 from Brian Wood. Black Road number 4. Number 3. Will we see 2 and 1? You never know. Just have to keep turning up books here. Trying to peel the rest of them out of this bag here. All right, there we go. Now I can show the rest off here. Ah, sweet. We do have Black Road number 1 and 2. So we kind of have a full run of things we could read here. So nice little read pile we got going on here. This is great. Keep me up while I'm trying to stay awake at night when I'm not working those couple days. We got, looks like a book called Supermarket number 1 from Brian Wood. The Dream Merchant number 1 from Nathan Edmondson. And the last couple books here, we got Captara number 1 from Chip Zdarsky. And then it looks like the last one is Indigo Vertigo. I've never heard of this book. Apparently it's an Image book. So it says, like Sylvia Plath fucking David Lynch. Warren Ellis' actual quote. Because of that quote, that's definitely going on the read pile. So definitely going to have to see what in the world is going on there. He says, all right, so before we get into whatever in the world's going to be in here, let's get into the chat one more time. Jason says, you could save a box from Walmart for $2 and ship it for $5. LOL. Jason knows those shipping secrets. So, Who Dat says, hey, there was a note with box I had a note in mind. Yeah, there was a note. It was on the outside of the box right here. So I read it earlier. It talks about wrestling panties and not one of these books being a newsstand. So I did get the note. So definitely thanks for shouting that out and reminding me I needed to read that. Oh, we got Tacoma Comics in the chat. He says, I love how Carson drinks whiskey from a coffee mug. Yeah, we'll just roll with that. All right, so without further ado, let's see what is in this thing. Literally have zero clues, zero idea. Hopefully it's, not something too crazy here. We got a lot of priority mail packaging. Now I got a lot of mess to clean up, so thank those guys once again for all this. Just the fact that, someone just was like, man, I haven't seen Seawater 19 in a while. Let's send him a book or, 1,000 books or anything. That was just awesome. Doesn't even matter what the book is. Just thanks so much for this, guys. This is awesome. I know we joke around about those guys and stuff, but seriously, you know who you are. Thank you guys so much for this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. What is it? Wow. Looks like we got a signed Green Lantern number 49 from the Silver Age. So another signature for the collection and another Green Lantern for the collection. I don't think I had 49, so huge thanks for this. Let's try to get this off of this cardboard here. And it's in one of those beautiful Mylars. We all love those Mylars here in the community. So look at that, guys. Wow, that is awesome. So can't tell. Oh, is that the creator of Green Lantern who signed that? I think it is, Nodell. So I have to verify what signature that is at some point, but I believe, wow, that's awesome, guys. I know they call these dang things the buckshot box, but this is seriously really, I know everything else here was awesome too, but dang, guys, that's probably going to be a wall book for me. Thank you guys so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's really cool. So I'm very happy to add this book to the collection. So thank you guys so much. That's too much. I am definitely not worthy on that one. So thank you guys so much. That's all I can say. No crazy jokes or anything. You guys know who you are. So big thanks for that book. That's too much. Thank you. So yeah, absolutely, GPAP. Hashtag those guys. So big thanks to those guys. Hopefully at some point I can actually find what hangout those guys have been hanging out on and at least tell them thank you in person. Because I know they like to lurk in the shadows of the YouTube comic book community. All right. So before we continue on here, I'm going to try to show off. It'll probably be a rerun for a couple of you guys, new books for you guys, but I do have a quick recap of my Indiana Comic-Con experience from the weekend. But we still got Jason Smith in the chat, G. Polly's Peter. We got Who Dat Comics Movies. He's saying, damn, those guys are amazing. Absolutely they are. I agree 100% with that. We got Stay Puft 1983 still in the chat. We got the Comic Collector. What is going on, man? Happy to see you in the chat. Jason Smith still says they should have been protected. More of those bags and boards. I don't know if that's Mr. White Gloves disguising himself as Jason Smith or not. But yeah, he needs those bags and boards. Don't worry, I got plenty of bags and boards for these books. So, all right. So I got a lot of comics still sitting here on my desk from previous showings. So if you guys watch Comic-Core, or I was actually on the Mastodon Comics and Collection, old Don's channel, over the weekend too, because I was actually kind of planning one of these live streams already, but tiredness and fatigue from work kind of prevented me from going live. Let's just say that. So to quickly recap my haul from Indiana Comic-Con, and then I'll go into my thoughts on the con. We'll show off a couple signed books real quick. Like I said, I showed most of these off, I think, on Comic-Core and on his channel. So just put on my channel to catalog what I've collected. We've got more Green Lantern from Silver Age, so 67. I already own this one, but I did get this one signed by Joe Giella at Indiana Comic-Con. So one of the most beautiful signatures you'll ever capture at a Comic-Con. Plus, I guess he is the oldest Batman artist according to his rep. So I thought that was kind of a cool stat. So the oldest living Batman artist Joe Giella signed that. He also signed my issue 68. So, very happy with that. And there was one more in here from him. I had to get this book signed. I had to get a Batman book signed by Joe as well. He signed my Operation Blindfold issue 204 Batman. Absolutely hilarious read if you guys have not read this. Basically, Batman and Robin fight blind people for 2 issues. So I think I concluded that, like, of the early Batman stuff I got, this is like one of the, I mean, you can still see the dings and ticks on it, but this is one of the better quality Silver Age Batmans I had. So that's the other main reason I picked it, besides the fact that it makes me laugh every time I open it up and read it. So got The Thing #1 signed by Ron Wilson. More on him in a second. And Newsstand. There you go. I got to give you one per stream. I know those guys had the Newsstand free box. Batgirl 28 signed by Jillian Tedesco. Hawkeye #1, Kate Bishop run signed by Tedesco as well. We have here, I got this art book from Ariel Olivetti. Also, he did a nice sketch inside when I bought it, so had to at least try to get a couple sketches at this show. So nice, quick, and easy sketch from him. Definitely not going to complain about that. He definitely didn't have to do that at all, but out of the nicest of his heart, he did anyway. A couple more pieces over here. We've got from Glenn Fabry. I didn't have any books to sign, so I just bought an item off his table. I will get this framed at some point, but got this cool death print that he was nice enough to personalize to me, so thought that was really cool. So definitely happy with that. And then I think this is actually Catherine Figures' copy of this poster. I had to pick her one up, but I did get it signed by Jillian Tedesco, who did the art on it as well. So this is by far probably the coolest Indiana Comic-Con poster they've ever done. It's got all kinds of characters from different properties on there, so I thought that was really nice. Let me see if I can dig up the books I actually bought at the con, because, like I said, I'm a shade unorganized here for the rest of this, because I mainly want to do Those Guys boxing and get that. I did go to several half-price books over the weekend. They were all having sales. Actually, I could probably show off the 10-cent finds I had, too, here shortly. So what I actually bought at the con, so I got a little stack here. I didn't buy too many books because, like I said, I was so burned and tired from work. I didn't want to carry a lot of stuff around at the con. That's why I only took 6 books to get signed. I didn't want to add a lot to my backpack, so I only bought like maybe, I think, 6 books actually. So probably the coolest book I got in terms of pricing and, vintageness. I got Strange Adventures 190. The first A-Man, I guess, if you will, / Animal Man in costume. So I actually called my shot on the previous week's Comic Core. Chow was challenging us or something to go get, a book. I wasn't going to get the Gary Busey Batman book. No way. Like I looked for it as a joke, but at the end of the day, this is the original one. I said I would go look and find, and actually found it, and it was $10. All right, there's finished that drink. So there we go. So $10 for that. I was very happy with that purchase. I've been looking for this book for a long time, probably over a decade. I finally just paid the $15 because it looked like it was a near mint condition. But I got the Mike Turner cover on Teen Titans #1, my favorite Teen Titans run from Jeff Johns and Mike McKone. Phenomenal read if you guys haven't read it in the past. But I had to get this Mike Turner cover. I have the black and white sketch, the second printing McKone, the first printing McKone. So this is the last one I needed for the Teen Titans #1 Johns collection. So extremely happy with that. Got Blue Beetle #1 for $5. Nice, almost very fine near mint copy. So had to get this to match my Booster Gold #1 I got for $3 previously in the year. Because there's the pops back there. I love me some blue and gold Blue Beetle Booster Gold action. Got Turtles 50 for less than cover. Got this for $5. It was the Eastman cover, so I couldn't say no to that because basically I had a $20 bill to burn at this guy's $5 booth. So I just added that to it. Thought that was nice. A couple run filler X-Men's. So I got X-Men 110 trying to fill up this Chris Claremont run. Kind of the basically what I'm going for now is 94 through 300. Maybe not. Actually, I'm just think at this point it's like 94 through 281. I think I just drew the line there because the boxes were getting so full. So basically, I'm trying to collect 94 through around the first Bishop, and then like the blue and gold team introduction, basically. So these early 100s, you don't see them too often. So figure for $5, I'll just go ahead and get that. And then I got 108 as well for $5. So nice run fillers for the X-Men collection. And then probably the nicest thing I got for the whole con, you guys know me at this point, had to get a sketch for the book. So the person who did my sketch for this con was Ron Wilson. My research I did for the con, basically I concluded that he was like the nicest sketch you're going to get, the best bang for your buck. So I got this awesome Human Torch from Ron Wilson. I know he's like, why didn't you get a Thing? He's most famous for like his run on the Thing. So I already have the Thing in this book from Todd Knock. I try not to get multiple characters in the book. And I'm trying to get every member of Fantastic Four. So I think he was the last one, actually. So I already have a Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and the Thing. So the Human Torch was the last one. I think, just full disclosure on the price, because I know sketch prices can go everywhere. I paid, I think, $85 for the sketch. I didn't even know it was going to be full body. So basically when I went, is the first thing I did at the con was just to give out the book, so I'd have to carry it around for the whole con. And he just asked like of how long I was there for, the whole weekend or not. I just told him like just that day. But I told him I was only going to be there till 3 o'clock. So I got there at noon. I gave him the time about 3 o'clock. So he's like, just check back periodically. So about 2 o'clock I go by, and I recognize my book at this point. Obviously, it's my book. I know what it looks like. So I saw he was, sketching. It was about 2 o'clock, and this looked, I thought, mostly done. And I'm just like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, oh, yeah, this is your book, right? He's just like, what time is it? I was like, it's 2 o'clock. He's like, you just check back later. I'm still working on it. I didn't realize he was going to do like, ink it and do like the full flame around it. I thought at 2 o'clock this looked like a good sketch, and then he kept working on it. So definitely recommend Ron Wilson if you guys see him at a con near you. Very affordable, full body sketcher. So that's why I like to reveal the price on sketches, just so you guys, if you ever want something like that, you can go and find it and kind of know the prices. But basically, I have to like follow a Facebook group and do a lot of Google searching before I go to cons to figure out what sketch I'm going to go after. All right, so I guess just general thoughts on the con. Boy, did it suffer from moving from March to August. It was, I think, if you guys keep track of R. Wheatley 0203's channel, he actually like took footage of the con and put it in his video. Unfortunately, like I said, I was dead tired. I was not really in the mood. If I filmed something, it would have been terrible. Let's just say that. If I tried to do any type of interviewing, filming, I was basically a zombie at this con. So I just kind of went for fun, and I knew I at least wanted to try to get a Ron Wilson sketch and just, enjoy the con because it's a local con, and I wanted to support it at the end of the day. But it was a dead con. There was a person falling asleep in the artist alley area. I felt bad for him. Everything you just saw, I got signed, I got sketched. I walked directly up to the person, including Joe Giella, who was probably the biggest name. Well, I guess Julian Tedesco is a pretty big name in terms of covers and stuff. But even then, I think the only person in front of me for Julian Tedesco was YouTuber Funkoff, who was cool meeting him again. But there was only one person in front of me for that. But yeah, it was just, I guess it was good for me because as you can see, I still spent some money. But I just kind of felt bad for the vendors and stuff because there wasn't a lot of people walking around looking at stuff. Even the celebrity alley, like Ric Flair was advertised to be there, but he wasn't scheduled to be there till like 4 or 5 that Friday. So the con opened at 11 or 12. So even like the celebrity alley, it was very wide open. You could have played a game of pickup basketball if there were 2 hoops and a basketball there. It was so empty. You wouldn't have even tripped over anyone. So, but yeah, I still enjoyed myself, but I did feel bad. I heard some chitter chatter from a couple of the vendors, because I think a lot of them, they did the tour of coming from Wizard World Chicago and into that con. So, and in the last several years, Wizard World Chicago has not been a profitable convention for vendors either. So I felt like a lot of these vendors were suffering from just lack of people purchasing stuff from them. So I talked about on Comicore, is all the cons now, is it too much of a good thing? And maybe it is. I'm still enjoying myself going to all of them, but it seemed like there was a little bit of negativity talking to a few of the independent local artists and a couple of the vendors. It's like they just seemed to be just drained of energy, and there was no one there to buy their stuff. So, yeah. But other than that, I still spent money, as you guys can see, and enjoyed myself. So I'll probably go if they announce one next year, maybe. But, yeah, I still have Cincinnati Comic Expo I'm going to this year. And, of course, you guys know the Comic-Con is going to be at Baltimore in October. And I think there's one here locally in Bloomington I'm going to. It's a Sunday con, so that'll be basically a trade show. So 3 more cons in 2 months for me. So we'll see how that works out. So we'll go back to the chat and then show a couple more books and then sign off here because I'm running out of time. We got Bake the Snake in the chat. What is going on, man? And we got Chaotic Cosplay. How's it going? Happy to see some more new faces into the chat. And then Tacoma Comics is specifying that 279 was the last. Claremont 280 and 281 are a weird middle thing before the new team and outfit. And Bishop Yaz right like 283 or something. I can't remember right this second. Like I said, deprived of sleep, but nonetheless, that last Bishop or the first Bishop appearance is like the line I drew where I'm collecting. I still love me some 90s X-Men. You know, you got your Kubert brothers and all the good art there. And then some Joe Mad. So I always like picking those up from time to time when I see them as well. Oh, we got Poor Mike joining us in the chat. What is going on, Poor Mike? All right, so we will wrap this up with some random items I got from half-price books because I did a couple half-price books purchases. I went to the one on the way to Indianapolis. It was 20% off everything they had in the store, which I think that is this pile over here. So I got Punk Rock Jesus hardcover by Sean Gordon Murphy. It was a price tagged at $20. So I got this one for about $18. So happy with that purchase. Oh, I'm supposed to read something Jason said. I'm sorry, Jason. He says, I missed what he said. I sure did. Jason Smith says, well, Ric Flair is 80 years old and he's got a nap during the day and take his Depends. And as you know, great legend says the Depends does not have the S anymore because of the Mandela effect. So it's Depend. So there you go. Your nugget of information for today. All right, so I believe all the books, these were my 20% off half-price books, Greenwood purchases. So we got a bunch of Adam Hughes Fairest. So basically got these for just a shade over $1 a piece. So we got Fairest there. Cool Adam Hughes covers. We'll rapid fire them Jason Smith style since he is in the chat. Jason Smith knows what I'm talking about. We're going to show him at those type of speeds because we only got like 5 minutes to go here. And hey, we got the Mastodon Comics and Collecting. He's already seen these books. Thank you to him. I was on his stream on, I think it was Saturday. Like I said, kind of hard to keep track of the days anymore. But these are the books I got for about $1. Sorry. There you go. Too fast on that one. This is probably my personal favorite of the Adam Hughes Fairest. Got the on the chest there. Couldn't pass this one up. We got Green Lantern $195, 20% off of $3, newsstand copy. Got these lenticulars because they came with the invisible backing boards. So the backing board itself was probably cheaper than what I paid for the book. Same thing on this Monsters Unleashed lentic. Man, these lenticulars from there's one good angle of it. There you go. And then trying to get the Silver Surfer Infinity Gauntlet books. So got issue number 59. So there's that. And then probably my favorite purchases of the weekend, besides anything you saw at the con, the half-price books outlet store near me was 50% off everything, and everything is usually $1 or less. So for 50 cents, got me some WWE comics. So got the Divas Revolution cover on 14 there. Love the 4 horsewomen on the bottom. The Bellas in the middle there. Got an Azrael #1 for 50 cents. Frizzen cover on Angel Illyria. I got to be honest, not a huge fan of the Frizzen work on a lot of the Angel books, but she knocked it out of the park on the Illyria one there. Beavis and Butthead #1, 50 cents. I keep tripping over this book in the bins. Civil War II, issue 3, 50 cents. G.I. Joe 85, couldn't remember if I had it, but for 50 cents, I was going to go ahead and throw that in the pile. Justice League 25, cool heel turn Mary Marvel cover. Alex Ross, JSA Annual number 1. Marvel Zombies number 5, Sodam. Marvel Zombies number 4, Arthur Sodam. Comics I didn't know existed. NXT The Blueprint, number 1. Of course, they're all number 1s. Random people on cover there. Really like, you got Charlotte, Velveteen, Demon Finn. I think Aleister, like I said, I still haven't concluded if that's Aleister Black or not, because I've never really seen him give a thumbs down or that weird outfit. And then Tyler Black or Seth Rollins, I guess, that way. Sometimes I still call him Tyler Black because I watched him in the ROH days. Proving Ground with Paige KO and Big E. We got NXT Into the Fire by we got Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura going, come on! And then Asuka, who just started her own gaming channel on YouTube. So I guess everyone's sub up Asuka. It's absolutely hilarious. Love I subbed up today. It's going to be an awesome channel. We got Scarlet Witch number 1, Sienkiewicz hip hop cover. Still trying to collect all of these. I already had this one, but I figured, good vibes would be buying this one. I could finally get the ones I don't have. Serenity number 1, J.G. Jones and Nara cover. A little bit of gold there. Tomb Raider number 1. Tomb Raider number 2. The big dog is the Dark Knight and WWE number 10. David Mack Willow cover, all 50 cents. I don't know if Spidey fans still lurking in the shadows, but I got this World of Warcraft number 2 Jim Lee cover. No, he loves him some Jim Lee. Baby, oh, here we go. We got the 10 cent pile, and then this is going to wrap up the stream after I show these. So we got Baby Teeth number 1 for 10 cents. B cover. Supreme Blue Rose, Tua Lote, Warren Ellis. Final issue of that run, 10 cents. Needed that one for the run. Dawn, Return of the Goddess, number 3 of 4, 10 cents. I have, once again, auction plug, Comic Core auction, 9 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. I'll have at least probably 4 lots there. I need to put together the 4 lots, but in every lot, there will be The Damned number 1 signed by Cullen Bunn. I'm just going to pop these in to each lot I give. So every single one of these I pulled out was signed by Cullen Bunn. So every issue of The Damned number 1. So there you go. And it's funny because they were not together at all in any of these bins. So I will bag and board those up all nice just in case Jason Smith is there and wants to critique the fact that these aren't bags and boards. And the final book of the day, Royal City number 1 for 10 cents. So nice Jeff Lemire book there. So there we go. 10 cents for that whole little stack there. All right. So to wrap it up one more time, we'll go through the chat. We got Jason Smith asking if I take Bitcoin. I do not delve into Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Jason. I know he loves him some Bitcoin, some stock markets, and that stuff. We also have Chris Barrett. He says, don't tell Donnie Cates you got one of his books for 10 cents. Chris Barrett is talking about Big E, Shaq, Big E Smalls. So there we go. I think I missed a comment above on that one. I can only imagine what a naked girl would look like drawn by different artists. Okay, thank you for that, Chris Barrett. Who Dat says, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends pencil inker will be a small con for me. I will get some drawings done. That is awesome, man. Always like seeing some TMNT. I was actually trying to get one of each turtle in my sketchbook as well. But when I got my sketches at C2E2, one person had my book for most of the con, so I ended up just getting them not done in my book and put on my wall. So now it's another excuse to get more turtle sketches for the book. So there's that. And other than that, hopefully I got everybody. Oh, we had a Boatwright Family and Comics. I don't think I shouted him out. What is going on, Boatwright? So happy to see him in the chat. Other than that, it's been about an hour, guys. I got to start getting ready for work. Once again, huge gigantic shout out to those guys. I am definitely not worthy of all of these awesome books you guys gave me. A signed Silver Age Green Lantern by Nodell. I mean, come on, guys. That's too much. Like I said, I am not worthy. So we'll show that book off one more time. So those guys among a whole brick. And the pops and the fun stuff I now have in my background. We got Black Man and chilling back there. But look at that, guys. Nice signature on the side. Whoops. So look at, I mean, that is just awesome. So big, huge thanks to those guys for hooking this up. This will be going on the wall somewhere in my house. So got the Dazzler. So love that book. I'll definitely keep this note in my little pile of notes here. That'll definitely keep me laughing, smiling, all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's been a rough time at work, so this definitely brightened my day a little bit. So big thanks to those guys. Thanks to my local shop, Vintage Phoenix, for hooking it up on the Saga #1 for dirt cheap. Book I didn't think I would own for an affordable price. So showed this off at the beginning of the stream if you guys want the details. $17.50 for Saga #1. So great day to be a comic collector. So once again, with all that, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Thomas Wayne, for being in the chat as well. Didn't think I shouted you at the very end there. And then we're going to end this broadcast. Hey, and I finally used StreamYards. This is my first time messing with StreamYards. So now I know for the future. Hopefully there's not one person waiting in my other chat because I didn't know how to use StreamYards. So we'll see if there's okay. I was going to do a gimmick, but then it didn't work. So yeah, it still didn't work. So once again, I'll do a StreamYards test later. But until then, thank you guys so much and have a good night. Bye, Sting, Rafters, all that gimmick stuff in broadcast. There we go. Thanks, guys.